How's it going? My name is Zane. Today we will be talking about how to create an engaging storyboard for your film. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my iPad to create a storyboard for a short film that I shot in 2020 called Amber. So this project is a short one. It's not a long short film, it's about 2 minutes. So going through it, there's about 18 frames, and I'm just gonna break it down and teach you how to create a storyboard. And you don't have to be the best artist in order to get the storyboard going. You can even draw or doodle how you want, and you can have someone else redraw your storyboard and make it look a little more realistic so that way other people can understand. But this is really just to jot your ideas down so that way you can put this storyboarding in practice. So how I wanted to open the shot, I had it at a POV from the crib, and I have just like that's the box, and then I have the main character kind of holding like a baby. Wasn't a real baby. The real secret was it was actually a Poland Spring bottle wrapped in like a baby blanket, and we had to sell it to make it seem like it was a baby, because obviously, you know, we are in a small budget. So we had like them to make sure the shadows were here, and then this was the opening shot, and that's where you could kind of put your notes. And I'll have this as a downloadable PDF within the video down below. And he's just rocking the baby, saying like, you're here now. The next shot that we have here, you could add like an arrow just to help you understand what's the next shot. And I have a scene where he's washing his hands at a sink. Right? And then the water's coming out, and he has bloody hands. So his hands are bloody. And I'm not gonna, draw the blood, but essentially I could make notes and say, bloody hands, right? And this is kind of like a close-up shot. Make those little notes. The next shot after that, I had him looking up in the mirror, and it was a close shot, and I wanted the audience to see, like, who is he really? Like what about him is so mysterious? And he just looks into the mirror at himself with like these cold, dead eyes. And you just like, what about him? Something's up. You don't know, but he just looks into the mirror just to understand who he really is. And then the following shot, so what I had here is he comes into the shot and he just looks very confused onto what's going on. And, he's like, I'm not turning on the radio, so why is the radio on? Right? And then the following shot, so the following shot is he's in the kitchen by himself, just at the counter, right? Just at the counter. And this is a master shot, so we could put that master shot. Some people call it an establishing shot, right? Could draw the little cabinets. You can get as detailed as you want. This is really up to you. But you want to get as detailed as possible, but not so detailed where you're trying to make like a masterpiece. So he's just by himself, relaxing. And then you know, there's a scene where he goes to the refrigerator. So I have him walking over to the refrigerator. You know, he's getting himself, he's getting himself a drink from the fridge. You know, just make some notes. And then we have a POV shot from the fridge. And we see that he's looking for something in the fridge. All right. And the next shot right over, all of a sudden, he hears the radio again. You know, right now he's like drinking the bottle, whatever's in his hand. You know, you get as detailed as it, whether it was it doesn't matter what it is, but just know like he must be drinking something. You know, we could say beer or whatever it is, and just show like his eyes looking over. He's like, what's going on? And then I decided to do a cutaway. And this is coming from outside of the window. So outside of the window. So I'm looking through the window inside the house, just to change the perspective. I want to make it seem like somebody's watching him, right? So in that shot, you see him pulling out a knife, right? Now he's pulling out a knife and he's suspicious that somebody's in the house. So his choice of weapon was a knife. The next shot after that is gonna be a tracking shot. So with this, you know, I had it on the Ronin and I followed him from the kitchen as he's carrying a knife just to see who's messing with him. Because at this point, he knows that no one is in the house except for him and the baby. And it's not the baby, so it must be somebody else. So you see him going through, so you say, tracking shot. And you just say, follow actor. The next cutaway shot we have here, I wanted to showcase the radio. So the radio is playing by itself, and what I did was a kind of practical effect is I was changing the radio, and then what I did was I removed my hand from showing that I was playing around with the radio. So it kind of just looks like the radio is moving by itself, which it's not. It's just a practical effect of me masking my hand out from the shot as it's moving back and forth. So now the audience sees that no one is there, but it seems like there is a supernatural presence that's there. So for the next shot, I just had him walk into frame again as he's checking the radio just to see what's going on, right? As he's checking the radio, because he's confused, there's a door that opens and a woman walks through looking forward, right? She has black hair and with like a black dress, and she says nothing. And then the main character realizes this, and now it's a close-up of the woman's face. and she's not looking at him whatsoever. She's still looking forward. And we have the main character who's in the distance, just confused of what's going on while he's holding his knife. And she is not looking at him whatsoever. And then she tells him to sit down. So we now cut to a shot where the main character has been forced to sit down in the chair. So now we see him in the chair and he can't move. He even has the knife in his hand and he can't move while the radio is right next to him, making weird sounds. Then we get even closer to the main character's face as he's in despair, because he is not in control anymore. And we see the woman is passing by. Then we go into another shot where it's the same POV on how we opened up the short film, and we have her holding the baby, which now the audience is trying to question, is the baby hers? Add some shadow here. And then the cut shot that we have is she now has this baby. She's looking down. And we see the main character in the distance, still in the chair, not able to move. Then she says her line, because she now is looking right into the camera. And we see that her words are controlling the main character's hands with the knife. While she's holding the baby. And the main character then harms himself, and now he is no longer alive, and he is down for the count. Yeah, it's pretty dark, and the name of it, because we cut into the title now, Amber. Now that we have the storyboard all put together, this is what it looks like when we actually film it.
You're home now.
Hello, 911.
911, what's your emergency?
My child has been taken. I don't know what to do.
Oh my god. Ma'am, please remain calm.
Richard, wake up! There's blood everywhere.
I'll send someone right over. They should be there in 15 minutes. Just remain calm.
I'm past being calm.
Nope. Mr. Pop.
What the fuck?
Sit down.
Mommy's here now.
For those who take and do not make, your soul is mine to take.
Now that you've seen the film, you can understand how storyboarding is really important when it comes to filming, and it makes everyone's job so much easier, but it's also fun as well to be able to see your movie without having to pick up a camera. I want to personally thank you for tuning in to episode 5 of I Am Zane Studios filmmaking class. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.